Welcome back, hunters. Sky Sensei here with another weapon build video. I would just like to say that this is an update video to one of my previous insect glaive videos, and I'd like to thank some of the community members for commenting about some of the errors in the last one, so here is a more refined version. For those of you who have been around for the future, I will do my best to make more refined videos for y'all, since I know many of you have been asking for some casual but strong builds that anyone can use, and this is kind of the goal that I want to focus on. So in this video, we'll be looking at my neutral, no element, but full attack and agitator build. If you'd like to see just the build and deco, the timestamp is in the description. That'll take you right to it. Otherwise, I'm gonna walk us through this whole build. So it's a decent build for solos and group hunts. I'd say this is my go-to for about 90% of chill hunts. It's a very high output damage build with not too much to worry about. So starting off with the weapon, it is a Safi Venom Spear that I've built. It's a build that mainly focuses on raw damage, so I have a level 6 on my attack followed by a level 5 augment for boosting damage. The two sharpness 5 augments are there to help you reach the purple status blade, which as we know adds a 5% increase in raw damage. Now this is very little purple, but with the TO Master Touch perk, you can extend this purple for honestly a minimum at least half the hunt, if you focus your attacks on critical points and avoid aerial attacks. Thus, from the weapon itself, this build is focusing on ground style insect glaive attacks, which have more DPS anyway than aerial ones. So going into the armor from here, my build is a 2-piece Kaiser, 2-piece Breaky, and ending with Kulvi legs. The legs provide 2 critical boosts, which saves some level 2 slots. The Breaky pieces are the chest and the waist, which add 5 agitator immediately, saving a bunch of challenger duels. And finally, the last 2 pieces of Kaiser are there to just bring about Master Touch. With this build, your aim is to max out Affinity. You want to be doing as much damage as possible. The headpiece already gives you 2 critical eyes, plus I have 5 in Jewels, so that's 40%. Attack 7 gives another 5, and the weapon itself comes with 5%. So we're already hitting 50 at this point. Tenderizer provides another 30, in which you should be attacking only weak spots, and tenderizing a single piece will bring you up to 100. But in the case that you can't tenderize an arm, because Insect Glaive has a little bit of difficulty with that, Agitator does kick in for the final 20%. So in group hunts, you will always be maxed out on Affinity, so you don't need to worry in this case. In solo, tenderizing with the Insect Glaive is a little bit of a pain, so if you can't tenderize or don't know how to for a single monster, make sure the monster is enraged at all times. On the note of tenderizing and enraging though, I'd say one of the best ways is to use the Clutch Claw, rotate the head 3 times, and then do a tenderizing attack. That'll enrage the monster and weaken that part. So that really covers the main damage skills. The remaining jewels on this build are really for comfort, and you can feel free to change to whatever you like. I have 2 maintenance just to get my mantles back a little bit quicker, particularly the Vitality Mantle, because with the extra damage of peak performance, this is great if you're actually good at dodging, because then the Vitality Mantle actually stays alive for quite a while. So you can have that peak performance on for quite a bit of time. Enhancer isn't super necessary, but again, a little bit of comfort I feel really helps me go a long way in my hunts. So at least 1 is helpful to maintain your Kinsect charge. The last piece on this build is Brace, which is actually a really interesting one. My community and I recently had a discussion about it, and for those who forgot like me or just aren't aware about this patch, Brace 1 actually enables your Kinsect to provide 1+ to earplugs, wind resistance, tremor resistance, and flinch free when you have all 3 Kinsect extracts. Overall, the first 3 aren't too useful, but flinch free does come in handy at level 2 when it prevents tripping and knockbacks. This is particularly useful for Insect Glaive when you're trying to maintain your high DPS. Last but not least, my Flight Jewel is on my Glider Mantle. Basically for when I only go for mounts. Mounting is easier with the mantle, so that's usually when I go for mounting damage, which then gives me the bonus Flight Jewel damage. And that's pretty much about it for this build. A pretty standard WEX full attack and agitator build, guys. The Safi Blade is great for extra attack, and stacking these with Demon Drugs or Mighty Pills will really get you some high damage numbers for the Glaive. I hope this video has been helpful to those of you just starting Insect Glaive, or those of you returning to Monster Hunter. Welcome back. Be sure to drop a like or a comment if you had any thoughts about the video, or you want to build for another weapon. I will be working to diversify weapon choices on this channel, so be sure to keep it locked here. And that's about it. So as usual, guys, stay safe out there, keep hunting, and we'll see you in the next one. Sky Sensei is out.